Hello and welcome back to Extra Play. I continue to be your incredibly English host, Will, as I take you through a very real tour of the English countryside in all its entirely realistic glory. For sir, you are being hunted. I continue with my adventures across the wastelands of the Midlands of England, desperately trying to put together pieces of the magical MacGuffin so that I might return home and that my manservant Frederick can stop being such a smug git about it every time. So far I have been regaling, or at least desperately attempting to regale you with tales of the games industry, things that I do and the reasons I do them, with bloody pheasants! Sorry. In an attempt to at least be vaguely educational, because I do not have even a single Dan with me while doing this. Yes, I'm going to keep bringing that up. My lack of Dan is as disheartening as it is disappointing at times. Oh, I can hear someone. Oh, they're there. I reckon we can make it past them. Head to the tree line. So yes, what was I talking about before? I believe I was talking about how to learn to be a CM, which was step one, get involved with a community like you wouldn't believe. Communities like EVE Online are wonderful, but also look at different kinds of communities. Like, have you ever been to a forum for a free-to-play mobile game? You should do that. I can't imagine that all of it will be a wonderful experience that you tell your children about, but you'll see both the things that potentially could have been done better, but you'll also see the things that people do really well. And by getting involved, by having fun, you can learn so much. The other thing is, I guess, know yourself, know your strengths. If you're not a want-to-be egotistical YouTuber, or if you're not necessarily a public speaking sort but have great organisational skills, weaponise that. Use that to absolutely bring together amazing events or to coordinate like incredible campaigns. If you're very much a meet people, shake hands kind of guy, go to every fan meet. And if there aren't fan meets to go to, make them happen. Other than that, learn about social media. Learn what an engagement rate is and why it's good for you. And absolutely positively have at least one kind of coordination software. I know this church. We've been here before. Christ, there's a lot of them out there. Christ. Okay, community management's going to have to wait a second. This is going to get hairy. I'm not hairy as in I've been cultivating a sweet beard with beard oils hairy. I mean hairy as in, oh god, we're all going to die through robots. But it's cool. We got this. We got this. So hopefully those are a few at least vaguely interesting tips on how to CM. I'll at least try and throw a few more of those in there. If you guys have got any questions about community management stuff, if you guys have got any industry questions as well, feel free to throw them in the comments. Unless, of course, they are questions about how to survive against giant robots, because I love giant robots, just I don't like regular-sized robots. Okay.
Excellent. We're making progress. You might survive this after all.
Hush, Frederick. Ah, Frederick. Or Fred to his friends. I like this.
If your antagonists have hunting dogs, then might I suggest you stay well away? Those beasts
what do you mean?
Have a nose for blood.
What do you mean hunting dogs? Frederick, what do you mean hunting dogs? God. Oh. Bugger and blimey. Oh, God. I will be showing you good folks all my deaths and all my screw-ups. So I'm not going to pretend to be good at this game. We're going to go through this entire experience together. Fucking what is that? Okay, we need to be anywhere else. I'll tell you guys some stories of witty banter shortly, but Jesus Majiminy. Christ on a cracker, that is not okay. As I said, I signed up for Sir, You Are Being Hunted, not Sir, You Are Loosening Your Sphincter Through Fear. That's a bad moon on the rise. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm focused. The fear has subsided. Oh, God! Why are they out here? There's nothing bloody out here. Christ. Sorry. So yes, how to be a good CM, get stuck in would be my first and foremost tip. Learn how social media engagement works, not because one must absolutely be a social media wanker, but more because it's important to know what people like and what people dislike. Is that the same boat? That could be... Where did we go? We went east, didn't we? Because we came back west. We'll see if this is the same boat. Sorry, bear with me just a second. Yes. Terrible, that was the same boat. So we'll continue around the island and we'll have a stroll. A stroll and a chat, if you will. Forgive me if I don't put on my headlights because I'm worried about dogs chewing off my face. Game of Thrones really could have done without seeing how Ramsay Bolton likes to handle and oh, God! Okay, we got this. Oh, I don't think I can make that shot. I'll try shooting downwind at them. I just hope it's just these two. So there's one. Move around. There we go. Slayer of robots. Stealer of ammo. Ooh, 3 mints. At some point we'll just need to go on a cooking spree. Oh, of course. Of bloody course. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll excuse me while I play a teeny tiny spot of inventory Tetris, and then we can continue.
It might be best to run and hide, but if you have found a weapon, perhaps you can use it to fend them off.
Frederick, what are you saying? I swear if you insult my tea drinking again, I'll do nothing about it, but boy will I give you the sternest emoticon you've ever seen. It'll look at you with the frowniest face, with a tiny monocle that says, "Don't you judge my tea drinking." Okay, well, there's a story. So, the last time I had dinner with the entirety of the Extra Credits Extended Universe was when James decided he was taking us out for Russian Chinese, which was fascinating. A little Chinese place in Seattle that serves Borsk, or however the correct pronunciation is of that food type. And this is where I met a gentleman named Fred, who him and I waxed lyrical over many, many hours on subjects such as narrative in involving games, Magic the Gathering, and which was more superior, the Chinese or English style of consuming tea. It turned out that in Fred's eyes, I was, and I quote, weak sauce at consuming my tea, and I have taken great exception to this since. Sorry, we're going to do a dine and dash here. We're going to drop it and save progress.
A few more of those, and we can activate the device.
Oh, yes. Okay, back into the hills for us. That is one of the things that I've positively enjoyed about both meeting and hanging out with all of the Extra Credits crew is the amount of wonderful individuals I have met as well. They cultivate an amazing group of people. If you get the chance to, especially at PAX, go over and say hi to everybody because they are an incredible bunch. But don't tell them that I said nice things about them, as that complimenting someone so directly is in fact illegal in England and must be only communicated through stern sarcasm. True fact, true fact. So yes, is that the same boat we were at earlier? I bet it bloody is. Oh, it's going to be. Sorry. I'm going to check, but it probably bloody is. Yes, I've met some wonderful people from hanging around Yeah, boat west. Okay, we'll shimmy along the shoreline, I guess, left this time? No, we'll keep going right, past where we found that MacGuffin piece, and then see what we find. And yes, I believe Fred is a gentleman who does design for the Legend of the Five Rings card game. And some of the tales that he's told me... Oh, fucking, what are you? Jesus Christ, in a bin bag. So, please excuse my expletives. Scared the bejesus out of me. What the... You heard that, guys, right? You heard that freaking screaming. My bloody heart. I just wanted to tell you guys a witty story about how Fred came up with was telling me about cool things that happened in his card game. This isn't... Alright, it's a little bit of what I signed up for, but... Christ alive. Okay, I'm back. I've put my monocle back in. I am now suitably British once more. Yes. So I believe the gentleman worked on the Legend of the Five Rings card game. Sorry, spot of coffee. And some of the stories he was telling me was positively fascinating. One of the things that Legend of the Five Rings did is it based its story around player actions, player agency. So the tale he told was of one particular deck using one particularly hilarious but slightly underpowered card, but played well and with some incredible combos. Now, I hope you will all find Fred at the next PAX or convention and ask him at great length to tell you this story, because I'm not doing it justice. But the idea that this one deck, using this one underpowered card of this one lowly individual, and they created a story based around it. And I think that's absolutely fascinating. The idea was that as this person won more and more matches, as this deck became more and more known, we'll take the boat south and I'll continue to regale during the handy survival guide. As it became more and more known, they wrote this character into the story. They took this card, as it originally existed as, I assume, the Five Rings equivalent of an uncommon, and they brought it up in both narrative and in, I guess, in power. And that fascinated me. The idea that in a Magic the Gathering tournament, if you go along and you win, then you could win money, or prestige, respect. But if you go to a Legend of the Five Rings tournament and you win, you can affect the very world of the card game you're in. That's like Emrakul having my face on the side of it. Like, that's something that's powerful. Also, can I point out that the sky is purple and I'm slightly afraid? I count 1, 2, maybe 3 in the village there. Check out these ruins here. So yeah, it was wonderful to meet Fred just from kind of hanging out with James by proxy. There's far too many people to list. I mean, I pretty much have the deepest love and respect for everybody who works on the Extra Credits team. Once again, do not tell any of them that I said this. If you guys quote me on this, I will just say that they all smell like farts and old cabbage, and that I said they had dumb, stupid faces. So, yeah, this is between us, alright? But, so far, I haven't used my friendship or connections with them to score any free loot, but I think I might have to, especially with the game mug, because my obsession with... ooh, delicious apple. My obsession with beverages combined with my love of that cute little guy is definitely something I feel that might have to be time to exploit a friendship. I was going to wax lyrical about how this guy who is one of the better known barons of the north of England, and then saw the floating balloon. Dan Pusley. He did good. He did very good. If there's enough distance, what I should do is cook up a bunch of meat now, so that I've just got it in my inventory, because right now raw meat's not doing me a single lick of good. But it's going to pull those 2 robots over. So the question is it worth the ammo it'll take to drop them in exchange for the food that I will gain? These questions and more will be answered in How to Be Very, Very English. Well, I'm going to check this building first and go from there. So yes. This is also the same evening that I was introduced to an incredible phenomenon known as... Ooh. Oh, this could be fun. An incredible phenomenon known as Nutella wontons, which changed my frickin' life. I'm not even going to lie. Deep fried Nutella. You didn't know you needed it until you heard it. Can you, ladies and gentlemen, can you see what I'm planning? I might have to let this episode run a little bit longer because there's shenanigans afoot. Right. Number 5. So we're going to place a bear trap there, and we're going to light the fire, and then we're going to hide. Ah, look! Look how they run to their deaths. Wait for it. Wait for it. Come on. Come on. Ha 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 ha! Oh shit. Alright, remember me as I was. Beautiful and ginger. I say, sir, it is you who is being hunted. Alright, I'll level with you. That was pants-shittingly terrifying. That went far better than I ever could have hoped. But whenever anybody asks about this episode, just tell them that I was really, really good. They'll be like, wow, Will actually knows how to play a thing. Where's the fourth corpse? That guy. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Alright, it appears that I can't return to... Sorry, there's one more here. Oh, there he is. Oh well, got some humbugs out of it. So we're just going to cook up some meat. Ah, looking at the time, I believe that's another episode in the bag. Thank you so much for my, once again, disjointed stories and my desperate attempts to survive the very real English countryside. Thank you for watching. Good evening.